Conqueror's Haki is one of the most dangerous abilities in the world of One Piece. It's a rare power that only a select few, chosen by destiny, can use. Over time, fans have been introduced to many strong Conqueror's Haki users, especially in the New World. This part of the sea is where the most powerful fighters gather, and it's no surprise that some of the best users of this ability are found here. Now that One Piece has entered its final saga, the strongest characters are coming together, including those who have mastered Conqueror's Haki. While this list covers most of the users seen so far, the recent Egghead Island arc has revealed even more. In One Piece, there are two main powers, Haki and Devil Fruits. While Devil Fruits are these weird magical fruits you eat to get powers, Haki works differently. You can't just stumble upon it or eat something to get it. Most of the time, you need proper training to unlock Haki. Of course, there are some rare cases where characters just happen to awaken it without trying, but let's be honest, that's not how it usually works. Even if someone does manage to awaken Haki by sheer luck, it doesn't mean they're instantly good at it. Without putting in the effort to practice and understand how it works, it's almost useless. That's why so many characters in One Piece dedicate so much time and energy to mastering Haki. The payoff? They become absolute powerhouses who can go toe-to-toe with the strongest in the series. It's kind of like getting a bike. You can't just hop on and expect to ride perfectly. You need to practice, fall a few times, and maybe cry a little before you really get the hang of it. Haki's no different. The characters who push through the struggle end up with skills that can completely change the game. Anyway, please press the like button and please subscribe to my channel and turn on all post notifications so you don't miss any daily uploads. Now, let's begin. First, we've got Emmet releasing Joy Boy's Haki. Emmet, who you might know as the Iron Giant, is this mysterious robot from an ancient civilization that doesn't even exist anymore. No one really knows why it was made, but we're slowly piecing it together. What's interesting is that Emmet isn't just some clunky old robot. It runs on this weird, advanced energy source that even Vegapunk was obsessed with studying. Here's the wild part. About 200 years ago, Emmet tried to attack Marijoa, but ran out of juice midway. Since then, it's just been chilling, completely dormant, on Egghead Island, that is until it heard Luffy's heartbeat and woke up. When it did, it became a crucial ally for the Straw Hats in their fight against the Five Elders. But things got so intense that Emmet had no choice but to tap into something special, Joy Boy's Haki. Hidden inside a sealed knot, this insane burst of Conqueror's Haki came out when Emmet undid it. The effect? Vice Admirals and Marines got knocked out instantly. 4 out of the 5 Elders were sent packing back to Marijoa, leaving only Saturn behind to face the chaos. Next up is Goldie Roger, the Pirate King. Roger's mastery of Conqueror's Haki was unmatched, especially since he didn't rely on any Devil Fruit powers. Like Rayleigh, Haki was his main weapon in battle. Roger wielded a supreme-grade sword called Ace, which he coated with Conqueror's Haki during his fight with Whitebeard. Their attacks were evenly matched, but Roger's ambition and Haki were said to surpass Whitebeard's. Roger is easily one of the strongest users of Conqueror's Haki in One Piece. Without any Devil Fruit abilities, his mastery of Haki became his signature fighting style. One example of this was when he met Odin for the first time. Roger used a technique called Divine Departure, which sent Odin flying through trees and caused massive damage. To Odin's credit, he wasn't completely defeated, but the attack showed just how devastating Roger's Haki could be. Later, when Roger clashed with Whitebeard, he fully coated his sword in Conqueror's Haki. Despite being sick at the time, he was still able to fight Whitebeard to a draw. This speaks volumes about Roger's skill, as he managed to rival Whitebeard without a Devil Fruit, relying solely on his Haki. Roger's unmatched control and power over Conqueror's Haki solidify his place as possibly the greatest user of this ability in One Piece. One of the Yonko in the One Piece world, even without a Devil Fruit, Shanks has mastered all 3 types of Haki, making him one of the most impressive fighters in the series. His control over Conqueror's Haki was first shown when he visited the Moby Dick. Even while holding back, his HakI was strong enough to damage Whitebeard's ship physically, although we haven't directly seen him use Advanced Conqueror's HakI in battle yet. It's almost certain he has mastered it. Shanks' Conqueror's HakI has always been considered incredibly powerful, but fans didn't get to see its full extent for a long time. That changed after the Wano Country arc ended. When Aramaki, also known as Green Bull, tried to invade Wano, Shanks stopped him without even setting foot on land. From miles away, Shanks unleashed his Advanced Conqueror's HakI, sending it from his ship all the way to Wano. Just the sight of the HakI bolts left Aramaki trembling in fear. This moment made it clear that Shanks might be the most skilled Conqueror's HakI user alive today. Shanks has always been hyped up as one of the strongest characters in One Piece, but up until the Egghead arc, we didn't really have much to back that up. That changed during his brief clash with Kid near Albath, and let me tell you, it wasn't even close. There were two moments in that fight that stood out. First, Shanks used Future Sight, a form of observation HakI that lets him see what's about to happen. With it, he saw Kid preparing a railgun attack. Then came the second moment Shanks unleashed Divine Departure, a single devastating strike that not only obliterated Kid's railgun, but knocked out both Kid and Killer in an instant. Kid couldn't even stand back up after that. What even is Divine Departure? Divine Departure is a powerful sword technique, but it's not something just anyone can use. To pull it off, you need to master Conqueror's HakI, also called the Color of the Supreme King. But here's the thing, basic Conqueror's HakI isn't enough. You have to take it to the next level by learning Conqueror's Coding, a technique where you infuse your weapon with HakI. Once mastered, this allows you to release massive blasts of energy that can overwhelm even top-tier opponents. The attack doesn't cut, it's more like a concentrated shockwave of pure HakI designed to blow enemies away. So far, only 2 people have been shown using Divine Departure: Shanks and the former Pirate King himself, Gol D. Roger. Roger was first person we saw use this move, and it was during the Wano arc and a flashback about Kazuki Oden. Curiously though, Divine Departure didn't leave any cuts or scars on Oden, emphasizing that the technique is more about raw power than slicing. Fast forward to Shanks. As a former apprentice of Roger, it's clear he learned a lot from the Pirate King, fighting style included. In One Piece Chapter 1079, Shanks proved just how much he'd inherited. Shanks coded his sword, Griffon, in Conqueror's HakI and used Divine Departure. The strike wasn't just powerful, it was catastrophic. It obliterated Kid's weapon, knocked him and Killer out cold, and even took out several pirates on Kid's ship. To top it off, it left part of the ship in ruins, and just like Roger's version, Shanks' Divine Departure didn't cut anyone. It was all about the sheer force of the HakI blast. Some fans even speculate that Shanks' Divine Departure might be stronger than Roger's. After all, it took out Kid and Killer at the same time, along with half their crew and ship in a single blow. If nothing else, this moment solidified Shanks as one of the most terrifying forces in the One Piece world. At number 4, we've got Monkey D. Garp's Galaxy Impact, a moment that finally gave fans a proper look at his insane strength. The legendary hero of the Marines, Garp is one of the few people who could stand toe-to-toe with Roger without relying on a devil fruit. It was almost certain he had Conqueror's HakI, especially since his son and grandson both have this ability. This was finally confirmed in the Egghead arc, where Garp showed off his incredible power during his mission to rescue Kobe. Garp's Conqueror's HakI is amazing. When he arrived at Pirate Island, he used a technique called Galaxy Impact, leaping into the sky and unleashing a blow that instantly destroyed a large portion of the town. His other moves, like Blue Hole, were also powered by Conqueror's HakI. Every punch he threw was enhanced by his HakI, and his strength was so overwhelming that even Kuzan, a former Marine admiral, couldn't stand against him. While Garp's power has lessened with age, he still managed to overpower an admiral and split an island-sized skull with one Conqueror's HakI-infused punch. In his prime, Garp claimed he could have destroyed the entire pirate island if he wanted to. Even now, his HakI is strong enough to place him among the best, making his feats all the more impressive despite his age. Known as the strongest pirate in the world during his time, Whitebeard was powerful enough to destroy the entire world if he wanted to. He was Gol D. Roger's greatest rival, and the two were equally matched in combat. as seen during Odin's flashback. Whitebeard mastered all 3 forms of HakI, using them at an incredibly high level. During a clash on a remote island in the Grand Line, he coded his weapon, Muraku Mogiri, with Conqueror's HakI and went head-to-head with Roger. As one of the strongest pirates ever, Whitebeard's Conqueror's HakI was on full display during his prime. Fans saw him create massive streaks of black lightning when clashing with Roger, proving just how strong his Conqueror's HakI was. Unfortunately, by the time of the Paramount War, his health had declined so much that he couldn't even use the basic form of Conqueror's HakI. In his prime, however, Whitebeard was nearly unstoppable. Very few could compete with him, and his use of Conqueror's HakI made him one of the strongest characters in the One Piece world, one of the strongest samurai to ever come from Wano. Odin was born exceptionally strong and became even more powerful during his travels with Roger and Whitebeard. He mastered all 3 types of HakI, but his specialty was Ryu, an advanced form of armament HakI, using his full strength. Odin managed to injure Kaido and leave him with a massive scar. It's unclear whether Odin's Togen Tatsuka attack involved Conqueror's HakI or just advanced Ryu. However, Kaido himself stated that Conqueror's HakI is the only ability capable of seriously harming him. This suggests that Odin likely used it during their battle. Kaido later recognized Zoro's attack as Conqueror's HakI because it reminded him of Odin's strike. Odin's skill with forging legendary swords like Enma and no Habakiri further highlights his incredible strength and mastery. Kaido, one of the Yonko and the strongest pirate alive in One Piece, alongside his mythical Zoan Devil fruit, the Uo Uo no Mi model Saria. Kaido's mastery of Conqueror's HakI makes him a terrifying opponent. Kaido uses Conqueror's HakI in all his strongest moves, like Thunder Bagua and Ragnaroku. Luffy even learned how to code himself in Conqueror's HakI by observing Kaido's techniques. Kaido is one of the best Conqueror's HakI users we've seen. He showcased this ability throughout the Wano arc. Even though he had his powerful Dragon Devil Fruit, Kaido relied heavily on his HakI in combat. He used it to knock Luffy out multiple times, showing that his mastery was more refined than Luffy's. Although Kaido eventually lost, his Conqueror's HakI stood out as one of the strongest. This power was key in many of his devastating attacks, such as Thunder Bagua, Thunder Bellow Bagua, and Destroyer of Death. Kaido's HakI was undeniably top tier, making him one of the most dangerous fighters in One Piece. Number 7 is Monkey D. Luffy. From the start, Luffy had the ability to use Conqueror's HakI, which has been confirmed multiple times in the story. During the Wano arc, he leveled up by learning how to coat his body with this power, making him much stronger. Luffy can already control the basic forms of Conqueror's HakI pretty well, but his advanced usage still needs work. However, he keeps improving. In his fight against Kaido, Luffy managed to injure the Yonko and even knock him to his knees with a few powerful punches. Luffy's growth in Wano was huge. At first, he learned advanced Ryu, which is a step up from basic armament HakI. But during his battle with Kaido, he unlocked the advanced form of Conqueror's HakI. At first, he was able to knock Kaido down with it, but his lack of control became obvious. That's why Kaido overpowered him and threw him to the sea. When Luffy returned though, his Conqueror's HakI had improved. The more he fought, the better his control got. By the end of their battle, Luffy coated his massive island-sized fist in Conqueror's HakI, which led to Kaido's defeat. Right now, Luffy is easily one of the top Conqueror's HakI users, one of the Yonko of the sea and an immensely powerful fighter. With a bounty of 4.3 billion berries, she's second only to Kaido alongside her powerful devil fruit, the Soru no Met. Big Mom has shown great skill with all 3 forms of HakI, including advanced Conqueror's HakI. Big Mom first demonstrated her Conqueror's HakI when she knocked out Page 1 with a single punch during the Onigashima raid. Although she used this ability during her battles with Kid and Law, it wasn't a major focus. Toward the end of her fight, she used the defensive side of advanced Conqueror's HakI, but by then she was too weakened to stop the attacks from the Worst Generation duo. Because of this, fans haven't seen the full extent of Big Mom's Conqueror's HakI. Hopefully, through flashbacks or future events, we'll get a better understanding of how powerful it is. The former first mate of the Roger Pirates, Rayleigh is an incredibly skilled pirate even without a devil fruit. He's a master of all 3 HakI types, including Conqueror's HakI, which he famously taught to Luffy, Rayleigh's advanced Conqueror's Haki was shown when Blackbeard attacked Amazon Lily. To protect Boa Hancock, Rayleigh used his advanced Haki with black lightning bolts emanating from his blade proof of his skill. Although Rayleigh is older now and not as powerful as he was in his prime, his control over Haki is still extraordinary. In his younger days, his Conqueror's Haki must have been on another level entirely. At number 11, we have Saint Marcus Mars, who stands out even among the elders. He wields the power of the Itsumade yokai and has shown extraordinary abilities. For example, he managed to break through the lava phase barrier by covering his entire body in Haki. When Jinbe witnessed his Haki, it reminded him of the massive Haki blast Shanks unleashed in Wano, suggesting that Marcus Mars's Conqueror's Haki is comparable to Shanks. This makes him an incredibly strong user, and fans can expect to see more of his abilities in the future. Next, at number 12 is St. J. Garcia Saturn, another member of the Five Elders and one of the highest-ranking figures in the world government. Saturn's strength seems limitless. His immense Haki was confirmed when he appeared on Egghead. While it hasn't been directly stated that he uses Conqueror's Haki, it's heavily implied that all Five Elders have this power. When Saturn showed up, both Zoro and Lucy were shocked by the level of Haki they felt from the Elders, showing just how strong he really is. At number 13 is Saint Shepherd Jupiter, one of the strongest elders we've seen in One Piece. He has the power of the Sandworm yokai, which is already impressive, but his abilities go beyond just that. Jupiter has incredibly strong Haki, something that's been confirmed multiple times, especially during the events on Egghead. Both Zoro and Lucci commented on how overwhelmingly powerful the Elder's Haki is. When Jupiter arrived, the black lightning sparks around him clearly indicated that he uses Conqueror's Haki. This makes him one of the strongest users of it in the series. Saint Ethanbaron V. Nusjuro, another powerful elder and a skilled swordsman who uses the Bakatsu yokai. Like the rest of the elders, Nusjuro most likely has Conqueror's Haki, even though we haven't seen him use it yet. It's only a matter of time before we witness Nusjuro showcasing this ability. Saint Topman Warkiri, one of the Five Elders. Warkiri is a powerful figure, and like the other elders, he is a user of Conqueror's Haki. In fact, through Warkiri, it was confirmed that all the elders possess this ability. During his battle with Luffy, Warkiri demonstrated his Conqueror's Haki in a unique way. When the giant sounded a horn to retreat, Warkiri countered with a horn of his own infused with Conqueror's Haki. The impact of this roar was immense. Luffy was sent flying. The giants were left disoriented, and nearby marine ships started to shake. Many marines even passed out from the pressure. This moment proved the incredible strength of Warkiri's Haki. Anyway, please tell me your thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe to my channel and turn on all post notifications so you don't miss any daily uploads.